This is amazing topic. Okay, let's do it. Let's go. The topic is, can you afford to stop being fake? This is for all of my peoples who struggle with imposter syndrome. Can you afford to stop being fake? Like, you're not going to move into a prosperity dimension, a dimension of abundance, which is every other dimension besides the dimension of hell, which is fear-based scarcity mindset. Okay? I just did a couple of videos or audios on what is scarcity mindset really, and why can't you fix it? It seems to be unsolvable, right? Why is that? Also, I did a video on why your affirmations don't work. And this is all mixed in together. And this video is kind of a part of that. But I have an inspiration to share this video on YouTube instead of in the Patreon. So here we are. Your rich ass is not going to be able to be in the receiving mode of all of your money if you can't afford to be authentic. If you are pretending like you like who you don't like you want to be doing the things that you're doing, but you really don't. Fake laughing at people's jokes so that you can still kick it because you're afraid that if you're not attached to certain people, then you might not get the opportunities that you need. And this is all very much so a second skin for a lot of people. You might not even realize you're doing this. So you might not even feel like this is you who I'm talking to. But if you're triggered by what I'm saying and you're second guessing, you probably do these things. And you'll most likely receive the download in the next few weeks or the next few months. And you'll remember this audio and be like, dang, that was for me. And it's fine if it doesn't resonate right now, but you're in the middle of this fog and you're trying to figure out, like, how do I get out of scarcity mindset and fear-based thinking? Well, you have to take a leap of faith. That's what I'm telling you to do. That's what I'm saying. You have to take a leap of faith and be yourself and not care. Like, not just say you don't care, but live like it. Make those decisions. Say the thing. Like, put your money where your mouth is. Step out there on faith. Be you. Bet on yourself. Because until you do, you're not going to resonate with prosperity. Prosperity, freedom, same frequency. In the Patreon, I was having a discussion on the frequency of scarcity. Scarcity isn't what y'all think it is. It's not something that needs to be healed. It's something that needs to be left alone. That's triggering because there's parts of you that are in scarcity mindset and you don't want to be abandoned because you think it's you that you're abandoning. I know that's how it feels inside of me whenever I abandon a belief system that doesn't connect to the freedom and prosperity that I would like to feel and experience. Because if I can feel it, I can experience. But you can't feel prosperous and fear at the same time. You have to choose one. You have to choose a dimension. You cannot be lukewarm. That's what it says in the Bible. You'll either be hot or cold. God will spat you out of his mouth. You can't be in the middle. I mean, okay, so that's not true. The middle path actually is accepting that you're human, being messy, accepting that your body, you look like you're separate from God, but you know that you're not, and that you're channeling love, prosperity, freedom, and joy through these big old bones or whatever, or these little old bones, this bag of bones that you got called a body. This is you're living in the illusion world with eternal powers. That's the middle path. Okay? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about not having a split mind. Your mind needs to be focused on oneness. The one power, the one true power, which we call God. But God isn't a he or a she. It is. It is life. It is eternal. It is everything. It is within everything. It is the reason why you have sight to see beyond the physical realm. It is the energy within everything. It is something to get excited about, because it creates everything. It's amazing. It's like, okay, so I can wake up from a nap or whatever. It's interesting. Sometimes, you know, and when I feel myself getting out of alignment, I'll just lay down and sleep, because that's the fastest way to stop thinking. Just stop. You know, sometimes I just have to just stop. And like I was talking about in the audio in my Patreon, there's no way to get out of a scarcity mindset with affirmations. Because I've entered into a dimension that attracts more fear and more scarcity naturally. And so when you are in the scarcity mindset, you can't fix it with affirmations. You have to reset. You have to get out of, turn your back on that dimension so that you can stop channeling those energies. So I have to put myself back into a feeling of abundance, and then I'll receive those affirmations naturally. But you have to live like you can afford to be you. I love that. That is so cutting edge. That is so cutting edge when you're in it. If you're on the outside of that frequency, then you don't know what I'm saying. But it's a vibe. It literally is a vibe to walk on the cutting edge of your own life and feel like you're like always on the cusp of creation. That's what I was saying. Like when I woke up this evening, I think it was midnight. I don't even know what time I went to sleep. But I am being very consistent and disciplined and staying consistent in my frequency, because there's just things that I'm excited about creating. And I woke up excited knowing that God's working on it for me. I'm so excited. I'm like, yes. And so I'm looking forward to the next right steps. I'm looking forward to, I don't know, just kind of waking up every day, right? But while I'm waiting for these next right steps and the final destination or whatever, what I do with my time, thoughts, energy, what I say to myself, what I'm focused on, it's all a part of that. And this is where people kind of lose their grip or grounding. Okay? Because while you are waiting to see it with your own very eyes, you have to put your money where your mouth is with all of your actions. So if you know that you ask God for $5 million and you know it's coming, you can feel it. Before you even ask for something, you have to get in the resonant energy of it, and then you write the affirmations. You feel it in your body. You go, ooh, I feel in sync. I'm locked in. I am locked in, and now I ask for what I want, and I say my affirmation. One of my favorite affirmations for money is, I am the precipitation of money in my hands now. I am the precipitation. And that is from Saint Germain. I love this. I love listening to the Saint Germain. I love listening to Jeshua. I love listening to that whole soul group, because it's a soul group of ascended masters that all kind of like work together. And I mean, if you connect with them, they're part of your soul team, you know, and you can ask them for assistance, ask them for help. They're just amazing, creative, intelligent. I just really love that frequency. It's my vibe. It's such my vibe. And see, those are my friends. Like I don't be like studying no like people in physical form. Like what can y'all do for me? Except for what God sends you to do. Unless you're in resonance with me, then we're probably not going to interact or see each other. And that's okay. That's what I'm saying. But somebody in scarcity mindset will be offended by that. Because instead of being in resonance, you're in resistance. And I can't help you anyway. You're not going to really, you might admire the message and you might like want to be in proximity of it, but you'll probably get in my space and try to pull me in to doubt with you. And I'm not going to do that. So then you'll probably think that I'm arrogant, or that I'm not listening to you, or that I don't like you, or that, you see what I'm saying? It's like, you cannot fix fear and scarcity within a person, within an atmosphere, within it. All you can do is accept it for what it is and choose another dimension that is more in alignment with what and who you are. See, even talking about that dimension kind of gets me a little bit like nuck if you buck, because it's just kind of like that's what it does. That's what it is. It's not me. It's just focusing in on those energies assists you in channeling those energies. That's not my vibes anyway. It's like, it can stay over there for real. It's fine. And it's fine just the way it is. But I am confident in my connection with the energy of prosperity and authenticity. So I walk like it, talk like it, think like it, act like it. I'm rich. And somebody who's rich don't have to answer to anybody. That's a frequency thing. That's not I have things thing. That's only in the scarcity mindset. Do you think you have to get something first before you have inner authority? This is why when Jeshua was walking around, the Pharisees was like, who is this man who thinks he has some type of like authority, and where is he getting his authority from? Let's see who his king is or what country he's from, because he ain't from around here, because he ain't got no authority according to the king, or nobody gave him this authority around here. We need to find out who he is, and we need to shut him down pronto, stat, itch, immediately, expeditiously. Like, they were like, who him? Who's this man think he can walk around here with and talk like he's somebody to our minions. Those are our minions. And Yeshua was like, you're not in my frequency. I ain't studying you. No how. Yeah. Well, go ahead. This message is for the ones that it's for. Everybody else, you can step aside and let these people get what they have been hungry and thirsty for. What they're hungry and thirsty for in their soul. So I'm telling y'all, walk in authority. Let the broke attitude go. Like where you have to be a hanger on to some type of energy that you don't even want. Like desire, stop being fake. Like, you know that you are in a scarcity mindset if you're fake. And you know that you're living in authenticity if you are depressed and sad and moping. Look at your posture, because a confident person is usually someone that feels free to be themselves. If you feel enslaved or like you can't speak your mind, or people don't let you speak, it's not that people won't let you speak. It's that the people around you feel like you have to be fake for, because you feel like they have something to do with you getting something, being something, getting something you want. It could be validation, attention. You don't need them for any of that. Because God is going to supply all of your needs from a place of ease. It's like, say you hang out with somebody who is free in spirit. Okay, listen, I'll give you an example. Say you hang out with me. I'm not interested in keeping people enslaved and tethered to me, because I don't want to be enslaved and tethered to anyone. That's the duality of the slave and the slave master energy. This is why I don't understand slave masters. It's a very codependent energy. Or people who want to be in control of other people. Like, if I want control over another human being, I'm making myself a slave to that person, because I have to keep them in control. I have to focus on them, which means I'm not focused on myself, which means I'm not having no fun. That's why I don't want to be what do you call it, in the royal court. You know how everybody says, I'm a king, I'm a queen. I don't want to be a queen, because I'll be enslaved to the government, the parliament, or whatever. That's no fun. People don't be thinking about stuff when they say they want something. They just like how stuff looks on the outside. Life is about how you feel on the inside. And when you care more about that than you care about how things look on the outside. And that's why some of y'all might be enslaved to others as well. Why you won't show up as your authentic, most prosperous self. Because being connected to, say, a family, it gives you a certain image. But if your family is dogging you out, and your inner posture is sad and sulking, and you're depleted and you're exhausted, what type of life is that? You might as well tear all that shit up. Fuck it up. Seriously. Cause drama. Make a scene. Okay? Be loud. Be loud in your decisions. You don't have to be, I'm not saying scream and holler or whatever, but I'm saying, like, sometimes you have to shake the table. Okay? Like, move things around. If I know that if you decide to leave a situation or do your own thing, it's going to have a ripple effect. You damn sure right it is. It better. Because things need to change. It's just how it is. That'll be another person gone from that hell dimension. And they can't afford to lose a soul. They can't afford to lose your focus and attention because you're the one that's holding it up. It's interesting how earth angels are. You're inauthentic to yourself, but your authentic self within a fake environment. And your authentic self is holding up and enabling these energies. And you're making other people rich in energy and love. And you're getting poorer and poorer and poorer in mind and spirit and in your wallet. And I'm not saying that you're not making any money, you don't work hard. Most of the time, earth angels are able to land on their feet like an alley cat. Like you have everything you need, but you don't like your life. It's like, I hate it here type energy. It's like, ugh, this is ugh. Or you're bored. You're dissatisfied because you're living in a fear-based mentality and not rocking your life. You have to rock that shit. Be a rock star. And move how you want to move. And that's how you get the big bucks. And the big bucks, and I'm not just talking about money in your pockets, but that comes along with it. The big bucks is walking around feeling like a master of your own life and your own skin. And being messy, like just being a human being. But you're channeling. You're inspired. You feel like you're on the cutting edge of your own being. And you feel juicy. You're like, this is life. Yes, this is what life is all about. That's an experience. That's not something that you can calculate, intellect, read, and get enough. It's like